everyone, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to introduce the tool called LoadForge, which I developed. So LoadForge is nothing but a HTTP load testing tool. So with the developer, when develop different kind of APIs, REST APIs, it's a common part of our development cycle to test the APIs and test actually how much load it can take. So either we use some premium subscription tool, or we write our own test. But this tool is totally free. It's open source tool. I published this tool in GitHub, and also it has documentation on the read the docs. So this LoadForge is very simple to use, very simple to install, and very simple to run. So I'm going to show how to install this and how to make a load test. So to install, you just need a single command which you need to run in your terminal, and after the installation you just need to open a URL in your browser, and that's all. So to install, either you can come this read the docs URL, or you can visit the actual GitHub repository. So in both places you will find the installation link. So if you go to installation, so you can actually copy this link, open your terminal and paste this. So it will take just within next 10 seconds it actually detect your operating system, and based on it actually download the installer file and install on your machine. If the tools is installed, it will say that the service started, and you can open this tool in this URL on your browser. So just go and type. So this is the very first page of this LoadForge. After installation, the default username and password is admin and admin. So this is the home page of LoadForge. So in this home page, when we will run test, we can see the live log, which is stream logs, and this is some statistics data. Here we can see actually how much total run we did, what is the current status, and if the and how there and how much there is active test. To run a test, you just need to click on this button that run new test. I will introduce this model after a little bit, but before that I want to mention that since the default username password is very simple, it is wise to change your password, and you can do it from this settings tab. Okay, so you can so now let me talk about the run test model. So at this moment this tool only support you do the load test by using a API doc, and this API doc could be from the OpenAPI Saga. So here actually what you need to do, you can provide your API doc here, and after that you click on this check API doc, cause sometime the Saga doc have the base URL of all of the REST APIs, sometime it does not. So if API doc does not have the base URL, you can actually provide the base URL, and after that if your API needs some kind of auth token, you can provide it here. And after that you can define how many workers you need to test your APIs. It could be any number, and you can also define how within how long the tool should test your APIs. Then you can actually select the load profile. So we have at this moment four kind of load profile, which is constant, RAM, step, and spike. Before running a test, I want to show one more thing, which we call the SLA thresholds. So what does it mean? So here we actually set a few threshold based on which the tools will define that the test is successful or not. So assume that here we define three default things, that error rate must be 1%. I can define one more thing. Suppose total request must be more than or equal maybe 1000, and I'm defining one more thing, which is total errors. So I will not count if I see that total error is equal or less than maybe 20. I will say that this load test is successful. You can add more if you want, it's up to you. Okay, so let me demonstrate one load test. So to do that, in internet we have free API doc. So I'm just taking this one as a first test. So I'm clicking on the run test and just clicking the check API doc. So you see our tool detected this as a base URL, and this API doc is a dummy. It does not need any token at this moment, so I'm not providing any token, and I'm adding worker like 1000 and setting a 30-second duration and putting maybe ramp one, and I'm clicking start. So you see when I click on the start, it just immediately start the load test, and it's sending request with different number of workers. And here you can see that in our status tab is saying that the test is running and last test is run on at that time. So in my time zone it is like midnight, it's 2 p.m. And we have current active test. So once the test is done, how we can actually see the result? So you see it's saying that it's run completed. So once the run completed, we can see that we have 0 active test and the last status is done. So now either you can click on history here or you can click on this button. So we just completed this test, and here you can see that we have total 1000 workers, and the test run for 30 seconds only, and within this time it sent request total 9291, all of us success, no error rates. If you click on this, you will see model where you can see more details things. Here is the overview, and here the metrics of different parameters, and here is the status code for HTTP 200. The total count is 2143. In error tab at this moment there are no API error found by this tool, so it's empty. And now this SLS, so you remember I set some threshold there, and based on this threshold 2 are failed but rest of 3 are passed. So I actually put this as a demo purpose. You can put this based on your test purpose. Now let me test one more. Let me use this again, but with some increased amount. So I go again, check API doc. Now I'm putting maybe 10,000 within and I'm putting constant now and starts test. So it started one more test, you see. So let's see the result now after 30 seconds. So it's saying that different kind of progress log here. Okay, still running, still running. So maybe it found some issue. So it's saying that it's completed. So if we go now history, we can see that this one we just done. So let's click on it. So now we see that at this time we have some different result since we increase the number. So we can see that in the matrix how many success and how many failed and what is the error rate. Okay, and if we go to status code, you also see the different number of count. And now on the errors you see, so last time we saw that there are no errors, but now when we increase the number of amount we found few errors. And we can also see actually in which URL it actually failed. Okay, and also you can see total number of API call. And also in the threshold we can see a different scenario now. So only one scenario is passed and all are failed. So in this way you can actually test different metrics, different threshold. So try, it's very easy to use. And if you think that you want to uninstall it, we also have that facility. So just click on uninstall. So there is a single command you just need to run. So if you run, so it will delete everything from your computer and it's gone. Okay, so let's have a look on this. And if you think that there could be some point where I can improve it, uh, please let me know. You can create issue here. Okay, so if you create issue, I'll know that, and I will try to implement this on that way. Okay, thank you.